Happy time zones! It's your bird, Haven the Raven, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3 NPC Roulette, where I go through the game, cosplaying as various NPCs, and every time I beat a boss with that NPC, or with an NPC, that NPC gets taken out of the pool. Hello, Moongazer. Nice to meet you. How you doing? Where's the stairs? There's the stairs. I got so caught up in my own intro that I forgot the stairs. I make no promises for anything else, but I intend to get Nameless King today. It should be doable as Dancer. Why did I do that? What? Well, that happened. Oh, nope, we run, we run, we run! Can you sit down, please? Thank you. Oh dear. I'll read that in a second. But I hit dodge. Why did you not? Oh, this is bad. Okay, what's that? Oh, game sound is too high? I think I have it at the defaults. I can check after this, though. Oh, that was me being too early. What? I hit... Guess I'm checking now. I swear I hit dodge. For some reason, my character's... not wanting to dodge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are all the defaults. Yeah, these are defaults. I don't have it turned up anywhere in my, stream settings. Let's try this again. I don't know why, but against Nameless specifically, Mimic isn't wanting to dodge. Nope, we don't do that here. What? I hit dodge? Why did you not... Oh dear. I hit dodge. Why did you not dodge? What? Nameless, why are you throwing? You died to the dragon like 40 times. I mean, fair. We do that. I hit dodge. Why did you not dodge? Okay, that was on me. Yep. Believe it or not, that's actually gone better than most of my attempts so far. Despite how much I clearly choked there. So I'm currently using the Dancers set. I guess I could, because this is kind of useless. What is the Dancer's highest scaling here? Another F, yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing too well. I could technically try the clutch ring, but that runs... I'm not very good at not getting hit, so we'll see how this plays out. You're gonna throw a lightning bolt at me. I hit dodge. Why did you not dodge? Okay, I didn't really get a chance to see if the clutch ring was worth it. Hello, sis. How you doing? Okay, I'm not a noob. This is a challenge run. See, the problem with trying a tank build here is that I would actually have to up my equip load, Moongazer. The only tank builds I have left are Aegon and Sorig. And both of them have higher equip load than I can actually use. I'm currently level 82, so I'm not exactly under-leveled for this. I think I'm like well, technically speaking. Nope, 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 nope. We don't do that. Ow. Okay, that's actually not a ton more damage. Use this opportunity to Ember. It's not necessarily easy mode. Oh dear. There's certain enemies in this game that actually you don't want to be too far from. Oh. Really, what build does best varies on a boss-by-boss basis. And is also player dependent. Oh, it's the wrong direction to be running in. Oh dear. Too early. Oh, this is bad. Okay. What other builds are you considering here when you say easy? Because that is entirely player dependent, I think. I found the lightning stone plate, thunderstone plate ring, so that might be worth it. Fire clutch ring really isn't doing much. Or at least not enough to be worth it. Oh dear. There is still some gameplay involved in that. You have to space yourself properly. There's a damage fall off with casting. Really? Oh. Well, this is a dead run. Look, you can be better at casters than melee, and there's people who are better at melee than casters. However, calling any of them easy mode in this game isn't exactly correct. Oh, there's just different skills required, and some bosses are more suited. Oh dear. Yeah, there's ups and downs. What? Hey. Where? Okay, yeah, this is a dead run. This is a dead run. I'm just gonna reset. Hey. Cool, it puts me back here. Actually, considering most of the damage I'm taking is physical, I should really have Ring of Steel protection on there. The issue I'm having is honestly the range of the Dancer's blades. In addition to the not dodging thing. I wouldn't necessarily call Dark Souls 2 that. I actually happen to quite like Dark Souls 2. Now, if we're talking specifically Frigid Outskirts, that is a whole different beast. Really? Okay, so I want to have access to Alva. Oh, for Dark Souls 2? For the iframes, I'm assuming? Wait, why do I have the Slave Knight stuff in my inventory? I can't even use that. There is actually no way to use Gale on a new game playthrough. You have to at least be New Game Plus. And even then you have to essentially rush Ringed City. Deserter can go away too. Actually, let me try something. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. And then I believe I need Fair and Dart. Not that I'm going to actually use it, but let's see if the range on this actually is a little better. Because while it is possible, I'm having a lot of problems with the range on Dancer's blades. Okay, I might want to level this up. Because this actually isn't doing bad. This really is not doing bad for a +1 weapon. I can't use that. This run is NPC cosplay only. Oh dear. Well. Okay. Yeah, I think I definitely need to level up the Hazel Pick a couple times. So that it's not, you know, +1. But that should actually be pretty... That's looking pretty doable. Uses Twinkling. I don't think... I'm trying to save my slabs, honestly. There's only a certain amount... There's a set amount of those in the game. I can't exactly afford to go over and use every single slab. Might be worth doing Twin Princes so I can get Cirrus and Leonard and, well, Lorien. The ones the NPCs I currently have access to are Hazel, Uria, Standard Outrider Knight, Dancer, Anri, Alva, Wilhelm, both Black Hands, and Pale Shade and Arena. Yeah, I know that I can technically do it with Dancer. It definitely looked doable with Dancer. Oh dear. But I can try it again with Dancer. I was having trouble with the range, because Dancer's blades are very short. And I don't want to use a slab. I wasn't using camera lock for the first phase, is the thing. I know that camera lock versus the chicken is terrible. Oh, I need to put away the Drake Blood Greatsword. Well, let's flip that a bit. Okay. Hazel Pick and Enry Sword are both at 4. I don't want to use... Because, see, I only have a small amount of Titanite slabs, so I want to be careful. And I also need to reinforce these.
Do not what?
What do you mean I'm out of large Titanite shards? Yeah, you don't want to use camera lock against the chicken. Just to get some of that out of my inventory. Kind of wishing I didn't burn Abyss Watchers against Osiris. Worst comes to worst, I can go chase down Hawkwood, and after I kill him, I'll be allowed to use, well, Hawkwood himself. I felt like it would be cheating otherwise, but the Farron Greatsword is actually really damn good. I was expecting Osiris to take a few attempts and he didn't. Oh dear. Fine. Yes, actually, oh dear. Played a bit of Witcher 3. That run is currently on hiatus, though, because Silksong came out, and I want to beat Silksong first. Or before I go back to it. What? Though I must admit that going back to The Witcher 3 might be pushed back a little longer than anticipated. Because starting next week, I'm going to be playing, at least as long as everything goes according to plan, Lords of the Fallen with Karato. And while... oh dear. at the moment, we have that scheduled for an evening stream. It's morning for me right now. What? Oh dear. So we have this set for an evening slot once a week for now, but if we like it enough, we might move it to multiple, or we might have oh dear. Play it multiple times a week. Oh no. Yeah. And if that happens, I'd be more likely to put it on the Thursday-Friday, or to put Lords of the Fallen on the Thursday-Friday slot after I beat Silksong. I will actually be going back for Absolute Radiance in the OG Hollow Knight at some point. Pantheon 4 is just full of so much RNG bullshit that I didn't want to continue it. I'll be going back for that at some point, and then of course trying Pantheon 5, but fuck Pantheon 4. I liked the first few Pantheons, but Pantheon 4, oof. Okay. I hit dodge, why did you not? That was gravely mistimed on my part, and yet I still somehow lived. There we go. You can't resist the lore walk. I hit dodge, why did you not? Oh dear. was my fault. I misread that. I hit dodge, why did you not? That was my bad. Come on. Okay. Damn it. Base game Elden Ring is actually really good if you ignore Malenia. My problem with Malenia isn't even what everyone else complains about, it's the fact that her healing doesn't have a cap. Okay, this actually looks beatable if I do that. That seems like a silly thing to have against Malenia, but the fact that the only thing she cannot heal is her phase transition is kind of fucked, if you ask me. That heavily punishes people who want to use shields. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to punish in a game like a Souls-like, or a Souls game, when you have a Souls game, any boss that punishes you for having a specific build, unless it's like a resistance, but even then that can be worked around usually, is a bad boss. So if you ignore Malenia, the rest of Elden Ring is good. I have never played Shift Drift. And then as far as Elden Ring's DLC goes, I don't like the fact that they tried to nerf dodging. Controller shift issues. Those suck, yeah. itself is a difficult game if you don't know what you're getting into. A lot of the people who say it's easy have either used a build that, well, actually no, because there aren't... Again, with Souls, the people who say that Elden Ring is easy usually got hard carried by higher level players, or have been playing these games for so long that it's skewed their perception of difficulty. Oh dear. So while there's definitely things you can do to make them more challenging... Oh dear. I'm not going to... Okay, that's bullshit. So while there are things you can do to make these games harder, say challenge runs... I think I just wasted my amber too. Yeah, usually the people who say that Elden Ring is easy have played a bunch of Souls games in the past. I'm not going to call these games easy, despite the fact that there are things that you can do to make them harder on yourself. They're still very technical and very difficult. At this point, Elden Ring isn't new anymore, so you can look into different builds and stuff. But really, just go with what you vibe with. My only real recommendation is to stay away from crutch weapons. Lost the hype? That's fair. What I consider to be a crutch weapon is a weapon that's acquired very early on in the game that outpaces everything else in the early game in sheer damage output. I call them crutch weapons because people will get so used to that raw damage output that it actually makes them worse at the game. They cannot play it without that crutch weapon. Okay, I liked Sekiro, I really did. But I genuinely don't get why people say that... Oh dear. That, like, Sekiro ruined other games for them or something. Oh dear. Oh, hello, Arts Dad. How you doing? Okay, shit. That almost ended poorly. What? Guess I timed that wrong. I hit dodge, what the fuck? And again, I hit dodge, what the actual fuck? Okay, then why don't you just play katana builds in other games? I just recommend staying away from, like, Rivers of Blood in this one. Or, not in this one, in, Elden Ring. And, of course, careful with Uchi. Uchi Katana can actually be... I've seen a lot of people use it as a crutch. Uh-oh. I don't recommend using Uchi until your second or third playthrough. Because I have seen people... not be able to really play the game with any other weapon because they're so used to Uchi. Or because they say it's so good. When all weapons have their charm, and sometimes all you need is a little change of pace in order to beat a boss. So while I agree that the Uchi is actually good, really good, it's a crutch. You should try other weapons. Maybe you'll find something you like. Oh dear. For example, when I'm doing this game casually, I actually main Great Corvian Scythe. I messed up. I'll read that in a second. Come on. Okay. That's not good. Come on. Cool. Come on, let's go! Okay, thank you. Okay, and that's Dancer burned. That was way too many embers used. Thank you for the GGs. Alright, I can no longer use Dancer, so let's put the Alva stuff back on. However, if I want it, that does actually unlock Nameless as an NPC I can use. Where is the Arbalest? There's the Arbalest. Yeah, and honestly, a lot of the weapons I consider to be crutch weapons, Art Dad, are early game status weapons. And a good portion of the problem with that is that people get so used to the status of that weapon and being able to proc it that when they can't anymore, it blows their mind. It's like they forget that the game can be played any other way. And while that's fine for like a second or third playthrough if you want to be a little more cheesy with it, for a first playthrough you're better off sticking with just raw damage. Be that physical or any kind of magic. And though if you want to start playing around with statuses in the late game as well, that's fine. I forgot that this gave you a slab, actually. Alright. Storage box. Dancer's stuff needs to go away. Huh? I have to admit, Moon, I don't quite follow. At the end of the day, a person can do whatever they want with their file. I'm just saying that or that I wouldn't recommend certain things. "18 faith is actually not that big of a jump there.
Farewell, Ashen One Maiden.
Cool, and then one more level, and if I want to, I can use Nameless.
Farewell, Ashen One Maiden.
Of course. I still need to buy the dragon scale armor and the golden bracelets. Ah.
Ashen One.
Fair enough, fair enough. Let's go to Abyss Watchers. I think it's high time I paid Hawkwood a visit, which will unlock him, and therefore re-unlock the Farron Greatsword. Yeah, you really do have to know what you're doing.
This is unexpected. Well, I've decided to stop running. Loathe me all you like. I shall tell you what makes you. You are a dragon.
Well,
More dragon than I.
that happened. Usually he gets at least a few heals in, and he has like 7. Huh. Let's go clear out some of the loot in here, because again, I literally just ran through the first time. Yeah, I was not expecting that to be quite so brief, shall we say? Hi. I ran through and unlocked stuff a long time ago in the Painted World. And the reason I did that was because I was worried I'd need Wilhelm. Turns out I actually didn't. The amount of luck that went into surviving that hit. But, yeah, so it turns out I did not actually end up needing Wilhelm just yet. I'm intending to use him against Frida. But... well, that was a lag spike. Oh. Okay, yeah, anybody who hates Majula is weird as far as I'm concerned. But I do actually really like Dark Souls 2. The exception, of course, being the optional optional DLC areas. Like the path to the crown is what I'm considering to be the main part of a DLC, or the Dark Souls 3 DLC, not Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2 DLCs. The paths to the crowns. I actually really like the paths to the crowns. It's when you veer off from the crown paths that things get oof. Oh, and Alana. Fuck Alana. Actually, my next Dark Souls 2 run is going to be ladle only, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, hi. Oh, Alana with ladle. I did not think that through. Oh well, I'm committed. My Monday, Tuesday run after this one is gonna be, Dark Souls 2 ladle only. The iframes in Dark Souls 2 are actually very straightforward. There's a little bit of jank. But there's worse in this DLC. Honestly, for Dark Souls 2, you just have to remember to prioritize agility. After you prioritize agility for a little while, you will be fine. Agility can be leveled up with either adaptability or attunement, which puts mages at a bit of an advantage there because they're going to be leveling up attunement anyway. Actually, I liked the way that attunement worked in, I liked the spellcasting system in Dark Souls 2 the best out of the trilogy. I have to admit. The combination of being able to get more casts of a spell and being able, oh dear, having certain amount of casts per spell as a is really nice. Or being able to increase the amount. I don't know why they shifted to the way they did it in this game, honestly. Dark Souls 2 had a really cool magic system that expanded on the first games. So I'm a little sad that they went back to the basic one here. I should put on a Ring of Sacrifice. Just in case. Because I don't want to lose these souls. Yeah, I'm aware that Dark Souls 2 received a lot of backlash for being the black sheep of the Souls trilogy. But that really is just sad to me. The game had so much going for it. Keep in mind, I actually like every part of the Souls trilogy relatively equally. Whichever one I glaze hardest, it tends to be whichever one I intend to play next. That's how it works with me in the Souls trilogy. It's really not. I have seen much worse level design. Like, what areas specifically and how are they bad? Because again, the only one I can really think of is Frigid Outskirts. There's some bad runbacks, of course. In the base game, fuck Huntsman's Cops. But, oh dear. Because the run back to Executioner Chariot is actually rough. What do you mean back and forth? And honestly, Dark Souls 2 is the one that I'd recommend most people start with. Because despite being the black sheep of the Souls trilogy, it's in the middle and therefore takes has some aspects from older games that we never see again. And also introduces some aspects that are seen specifically in future games. Well. Okay, now that I've done that. Never play Soulsborne. Hey now! I'm not going to recommend anyone stay away from an entire genre. I'll make sure they know exactly what they're getting into, but I'm not going to recommend a genre, or to stay away from a genre, or specifically a genre, unless I think they might enjoy some of it. And even then, let people make their decisions for themselves, you know? There we go. Nice try. Oh dear. Read that in a second. Just trying to get the treasure that's around here, and then back to Firelink. Aha. And that should be it for the mountain pass area. Cool. I see. Yeah, I mean, you can tell them... you can tell them what they're getting themselves into if they ever show an interest. Maybe let them play your copy a bit. Although I recommend keeping an eye on that, because sometimes people just won't give stuff back. But yeah, if you don't think they'd like it, you can also mention that. Alright, 2 more pieces and Nameless is set. And now do I want to tackle Twin Princes or Frida? Yeah, may as well grab that. Or actually Gundyr. I could tackle Gundyr too. Choices. I need ammo. They quit 5 minutes in Sekiro? That's...
Ashen.
Damn. I mean, I can't say I haven't done that. But Sekiro? Let's go into... Actually, let's go into the mountain, or to the back to the chapel and collect the rest of the loot that's in the basement. Because I just realized I pretty much beeline... Both times I've been in the basement, I've beelined specifically for certain things, and then just not gotten anything else. I should probably unlock the Frida boss fight while I'm down there. Okay. The only game I dropped less than 20 minutes into like, ever, was Tears of the Kingdom. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is the only game that I've ever actually dropped less than 20 minutes into. I normally give things at least an hour. Yeah, TTK. I could not get into it. I'd already seen my sister play through some of the story, so I knew that that was terrible. Yeah, I already knew that the story was like the worst part of it, which a story should not be the worst part of your game. There is a problem. Uh-oh. If a story is the worst part of your game. And then on top of that, they didn't expand, or they expanded on the map of Breath of the Wild in the wrong ways, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, come on. The Sky Islands and the Depths, you know, the two major parts of Tears of the Kingdom that separates it from Breath of the Wild, were essentially empty. And then they reused, like, everything else was just reused from Breath of the Wild, essentially. With some minor changes here or there to make it look like it would, like time had passed. Oh dear. The mechanics, oh dear, technically speaking, were interesting. But it came off more as Nintendo wanting to copy Minecraft. And if I want to play Minecraft, I'll just go play Minecraft. Does that make sense? So part of it was I already gotten a bit of a feel for it for just watching my dad and sister play. Skyrim had more interesting combat, which is not something you'll hear me say often. I really think Skyrim's combat was not all that good, so the fact that I'm saying, yeah, Skyrim had combat, and that statement of your, or that question of yours, is precisely why it's a problem that I think it had more interesting combat than Tears of the Kingdom. And Breath of the Wild's combat wasn't all that in-depth, but it had puzzles. Tears of the Kingdom, most of the puzzles, you would literally just fly over or something. They prioritized... Oh yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Skyrim's combat is not that good. Which is why the fact that I think it was more engaging than Tears of the Kingdom is a problem. Because at least with Skyrim, you could do things like you could get skills. Really, what I wanted from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild combat was like a skill tree. For one... And they very easily could have done that instead of the frickin' Koroks. But Breath of the Wild combat is essentially you smack stuff. There's no variance to weapon moveset or anything. It's just if it's a weapon of a specific type, it has the same moveset as every other weapon of that specific type. Just different stats. Maybe an additional elemental effect or two. And it breaks after a while. Or not even a while. It'll just break. I'm not even joking. I think you can swipe at air and your weapon will break. It's that stupid. But if you manage to get... But they also had parries. And if you could execute a perfect dodge, you could get in a few free strikes before anything could react because of Flurry Rush. That is a huge step down as far as I'm concerned for Zelda combat. There was more depth to the combat systems in Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword than there was in Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had elemental stuff, and that was it. Tears of the Kingdom was still very spam-heavy combat, except you could fuse stuff to your weapon now. Let you unlock everything. Yeah, that's true. Level caps can be aggravating at times. With Skyrim, Skyrim actually also had a very spammy and element-based combat system. However, you could also spice things up with shouts or transformations. Stealth actually mattered. And that really was the crux of the matter. At the end of the day, with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you were going to be spamming things. There was nothing else mattered except how fast you could click that button. Which is rough, honestly. The fact that the only thing that really mattered with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom was stats and spamming. Granted, there was some use of creative ability use. But at least with Breath of the Wild specifically, you had to be... Oh dear. Oh. That was dumb of me. I forgot. I was heavy rolling. Whoops. With Tears of the Kingdom, you could do a little more variance with your contraptions, but again, that felt more like Minecraft than Zelda. But with Breath of the Wild, if you wanted to use those additional abilities, you needed to set that up. You needed to put yourself in a situation where it didn't, or happen to find something around that you could use as an alternative weapon. What? Oh, Call of Duty. I actually don't like shooters. The only two games I've played that could be considered first-person shooters that I've liked, or well, I suppose it's more than a couple, are the Metroid Prime games and Fallout 4. And even then, most of the fun with Fallout 4 was finding creative new ways to upgrade my weapon into an absolutely bonkers death machine. So honestly, I don't particularly care about Black Ops 7 existing. I just need one of you to notice me. There we go. But I've never actually played Doom. My dad actually had a lot of nice things to say about Doom, so I'm a little curious. But at this point, I'm actually a lot more critical of games than he is. That said, even he dropped Tears of the Kingdom. I have not played Doom, no. Oh dear. Okay, to be fair, my experience with first-person shooters up until, well, I started playing Metroid games was Fortnite. I played like one round of Fortnite at my cousin's house, and then I noticed how a lot of, when I was looking at other trailers, how a lot of things specifically for first-person shooters looked like like a lot of the things I actually hated about Fortnite. Like, for example, my uncle used to play Destiny. I can notice patterns. And noticing that the things I didn't like are present in a game will... Yeah, I don't like any form of competitive shooter. Honestly, after spending so long playing Souls games, oh dear, I have to admit, first person messes me up a little too. I can still do a first person game. My sister and I played Pass the Torch Metroid Prime recently. Pass the Torch meaning that after either of us died or got to a certain milestone, usually a 15-minute timer, we would pass the controller to the other. The first-person perspective in a game messes me up, because I'm used to third-person at this point. Doesn't matter what game, it always takes me a little bit to get used to not seeing my character on screen. It's something I can still get used to, but more and more I've taken to using like the third-person perspective when I play Skyrim. Let's see. But yeah, I hated turn-based up until I played Dragon Quest XI. Weird one to actually get me into turn-based combat, but whatever. I was gifted a copy of Dragon Quest XI at one point. And I liked that enough to give it a shot despite the turn. I thought the story was interesting enough and I liked the characters.
Farewell, Ashen One, made
of... But yeah, it has to... I actually like turn-based combat in the context of a tabletop RPG or a card game. Like, if I'm playing Pathfinder, I don't like missing my turn. Not getting a turn when I'm playing Pathfinder or, like, Magic sucks. No, that's fine. If you can't handle if you can't take turn-based combat, you can't take turn-based combat. Everybody has things that they will and won't try. But yeah, the competitive nature of most shooters really is what turned me away at first, and then I started noticing other little things that I just didn't like. So I just tend to avoid shooters for the most part, not gonna lie. Alright, so I have 3 bosses I can go tackle right now. I can go to, or technically 4, but I don't want to do the wolf. I can do Champion, Twin Princess, or Frida. Any specific requests? At this point, I literally cannot progress without doing either Twin Princes or Frida, but I could go to Champion instead. Oh, I actually still play Genshin Impact myself. Usually recreationally, but I did do a Genshin stream at one point. I was hoping people would just send me wacky challenges, but they didn't. You know what? I'll try Twin Princess. Okay, yeah, with Genshin you have to be careful with the grinding, and definitely don't spend your primos on it. Like, definitely don't spend your primos on grinding. At least not for artifacts or anything. Why did I go to this one? I should have gone to Dragon Slayer armor. Alright, I don't want to use Alba here. I should level this up, but we're gonna see if I can do it without leveling it up at all. Thirst trap. Oh right, Genshin does have some fan service, doesn't it? I unironically play for the lore. Up here. Like, I'm aware that when most people say they play for the lore, they're lying through their teeth, but I legitimately play for the lore. Oh yeah, Inazuma sucked. I had so many problems with Inazuma. Sumeru and Fontaine are so much better. So if you can ever get yourself back into it, at least you've got some good story to look forward to. Okay, so you just use a regular sorcerer's staff and a knife. Okay. Wait, what? Just, oh, and Genshin? I mean, they still have story. And then Cirrus has a standard repair, and then her set. Okay, I get this upgraded and I think I can at the very least tackle Lorian like this. Oh dear. Okay, this is doable. I just need to upgrade the weapon. This is definitely doable with Nameless. I just need to, you know, upgrade the weapon. And not fight these two with a base weapon. Again, considering my weapon was at +0, that wasn't too bad. Let's see here. Let's do that. What do I have in the way? Okay, I actually have a decent amount of these.
It wasn't he?
Reinforce. Alright, and I don't want to slab it. At least not yet. Oh, Feed! Hello! How are you doing today? We did that. I'm doing wonderfully, actually. As you can see, I took out Nameless earlier. And I did it with Dancer's Kit. I should probably have the Estus ring equipped, all things considered. Just so that I'm spending less of my time healing. I wouldn't exactly say wonderful. Did I say wonderful? I'm doing well. Oh, good night. Fair enough, fair enough. Have an excellent sleep, Moongazer. Right. Okay. So you've seen the Nameless King boss. I apologize for spoilers. I said wonderful. Okay. Well, I knew that Nameless was technically going to be possible with Dancer. But the fact that I did actually manage to get him with Dancer is nice. Not sure when you'll get to this game. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. It's a really good game. I recommend finishing the second one first, though, since you actually started. Oh, yeah, that is definitely a damage increase. Oh dear. I don't know what happened. I just choked. Yeah, I'm actually at a point where the only thing I can do is bosses. Technically I could go level up a little more, but that would require grinding, which I don't want to do right now. I don't like grinding. Not for levels. And not for items in these games either. Towards the beginning of this run, I had terrible luck trying to get something. And so I wound up having to grind for the item. There's actually a couple things I've had to grind for, but the one at the beginning of the stream was the big one. It was a hat. Literally all I needed was one hat. hat. And the game did not want to give me a hat. Hey?
Marks our grave, but you may rest here too, if you like.
You hear the clicking, right? I'm hitting buttons, and Mimic is not moving. Mimic! Mimic, you have to move. Hey, caramba. Yeah, the only directions I can go in are, unlock an optional ending, or unlock a side ending. Unlock, or finish one DLC and unlock the second one. Or beat this boss, which will actually unlock the second DLC before I beat the first DLC, as well as unlock endgame. So that if I wind up saying, fuck it, I can just go end the game. Come on. What? There we go. Uh-oh. Mistimes that. Honestly, this is doable. I mean, it's only 200 damage that I'm doing to them, but at the same time, that's 200 damage. And I know that the younger prince is actually weak to lightning. At the moment, Twin Princes is actually the best one I could go after. Because in addition to unlocking the second DLC and endgame, despite the fact that I haven't beaten the first DLC yet, they also, for this run, unlock 3 NPCs. Themself, Cirrus, and Orbeck. Ah! Really? Uh-oh. There appears to be an issue. What? Okay. Okay. Not much I can do about that. Sometimes the game just says, screw you. That wasn't even a fun out of bounds clip. That was just a, I got stuck between the lifts and died out of bounds clip. Sad. But considering this run, I have to ditch an NPC after I kill a boss with them. A boss that unlocks multiple NPCs is huge progress. Like, an insane amount of progress. I'm curious, actually. Hang on. I've got a spell that I am going to want to use later. Where are you? There you are. Okay, I have the stats. Uh-oh. Mimic. Oh sure, I can't kick when I want to, but Mimic is kicking all the time. Really? So I dodged and then couldn't even get... I dodged, got hit anyway, and then couldn't even drink. Hey. I might be better off just not going for the Ember. We'll see. Whee! You go back down. You pass by me, good sir. I'm just gonna sneak on over this way. Oh dear. Nice try. Uh-oh. What? I hit... I honestly can't tell if that just... or if he just swung too quickly, or if Mimic just ignored the input again. Getting a little fed up with your input ignore here, Mimic. This is like the second boss in a row where it's coming to bite you in the ass. I definitely need more endurance. The problem is how much more. I know I can, well, I can probably squeeze one level or so. Because I have actually equipment on that's buffing my stamina, by the way. So it's not like I've got nothing going for me. Really? Well. What? I hit dodge? Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. Yep. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, dearie me. What? Are you joking? Ah! Come on, Mimic! I was hitting heal. What? Not what I intended to do, but okay. The buff actually lasts a while. The problem is actually getting it off is only possible occasionally. Might be worth popping at the beginning though, just to see how much it boosts my damage. Because it's 200 to 223 normally. Okay, not much. But a decent amount. Oh dear. What? Oh, damn it. Oh dear. Not good. There we go. There we go. The fact that I got that was this. Photo finish. Honestly. Okay. I definitely need some levels in endurance. What am I doing? However, that unlocks the drag heap. Okay, let's be real here. I'm not going to need Fume Ultra Greatsword. Or Morn. Okay, so... do I have a normal staff? I do not. Okay. Let's put the Court Sorcerers away. Because I'm definitely not going to need that. Or these, actually. I'll keep the Maiden around for now, but... Dragon Scale goes away, that goes away. Morns can go away. As can Black Iron. Morn and Black Iron I do not need. It's like, there's absolutely no way I'm going to need them. Oh, wait. Did I already put away the Black Iron? I must have already put away the Black Iron. Okay, I do need the Black Gauntlets, though. Because I still actually haven't used Uria. Or, well, used up Uria. Black Iron. Morn. Follower. Can all go away. And Conjurator. Ah. Okay, for running around in the drag heap, I definitely... Hang on. Let's swap to Alva for a bit. And then... figure out... My next one should honestly be champion. But who do I want to use for champion? Actually, let's use Goddard. Let's use a Goddard. Assassin. Where is the assassin gloves? There's the assassin gloves. I definitely want... Begin transposition. Lothric. I want Lorien's greatsword. There we go. I'll be two-handing it anyway, so I won't need to worry about the strength requirement. But between Lorien and Lothric, I actually want Lorien. And there's a ton of stuff I can do now. I'll need to get all of Lorien's armor eventually. And I definitely want these to be at least like +7. But let's go collect the talisman off of Cirrus's dead body. Because for some reason she decided that her duty or that she needed to die there. Upgrade the twin swords.
What?
And then... Actually, +8 will do fine.
Right like that.
Hopefully. I need... I just need everything. Let's go... Grand Archives, because I need to... I know exactly where Orbek's body is. I just need to get there. Orbek uses a dagger and a standard sorcerer's staff. At least from what I could tell looking at his sprite there. His summon sprite. I had him written down as something else, because I couldn't find his actual equipment aside from the clandestine set. Whatever. Uh, 273 for my attack. Okay. You. Well, at least I'm not covered. That combo is cool and all, but I'm not going to be able to pull it all off against Champion. There's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to pull that entire combo off against a champion. There we go. Shrine. I don't need to come back to the archives. Honestly, at this point, if I use any of the teachers except Carla, it's because I had no other option. Alright, I need a regular dagger, regular sorcery staff. Where is the regular sorcery staff? There we go. And then clandestine. Oh, I can get Sirius's stuff now too. Cool. And then I think he might actually just use the sorcerer trousers and whatnot, but whatever. Okay. Untended graves, here we go. I do like Champion. I just hate his run back. Like, this is a really rough run back, all things considered. Just need to do that. Worst comes to worst, I have Hazel and Orbeck now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Can you heal already? Oh dear. Come on, I need you to jump, maybe? That works. Ow. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I forgot I didn't have to swap my rigs around. Anyway, I can no longer use Goddard. But let's go back to Firelink proper real quick. And with Champion down, that's every base game boss except Sock down. Shit, that's every base game boss except Sock. Damn! Not Elite Knight, I want Alva. Alright, the Goddard Twin Swords are actually pretty fun. I'll have to play around with those again sometime. Murakumo. Oof, I need more faith. Well, Cirrus honestly is not someone I'd be using unless I respect anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. Black Knight Glaive, there we go. Why do I have to follow her home still? And I can keep the rest of Goddard's stuff, actually, because Kamui uses them. Okay, so I need... as much as I hate it, to spend my souls on Lorian's set. And then that. Okay. That hurts, but oh well. I wasn't about to lose those souls to the Black Knights beyond this door. It might not seem like it, but this has actually been a pretty productive stream. Before I actually deal with Frida, I want to have some of the stuff from the Dreg Heap. And just because I don't want to have to use too many tongues, the sock is going to be the last thing I tackle, just straight up. If I tackle the sock, I am ending the run. Come on. Hello. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Nice try. Actually, hang on. Let me look at Lorian's greatsword real quick. Okay. Stained black. That might have bonus damage against demon princes. I'll have to check that. Pretend it. Fuck. There we go. Hi. Hi, ow. I don't like you. Obviously, since I went through all of this trouble, I'm going to be doing the other ending there. Uh-oh. The dark ending. Hello. That is actually helpful, and I'll be taking those as well. I have absolutely no use for Artorias' set, so there's no use in collecting and grabbing that. Nothing over here. Then what's over this way? Bunk. Eyes of a Firekeeper will unlock the ending I'm going for. Is it over here? No. Okay. See, the problem with having New Game Plus locations for stuff is that I mix up the new game cycles. Which, rather predictably, I suppose, can be a bit of a problem. Alright, so I know for a fact that I'm going to be burning Wilhelm on Frida. I haven't decided who I want to fight Demon Princes as yet, but I'm gonna run around the Dread Keep. Or actually, before I do anything crazy, let's go turn in a single Pale Tongue to Rosaria to kickstart that quest. Because Leonard actually does have a pretty good weapon. Or at least it's a weapon that has kicked my ass before. Could at the very least be fun to use against Half-Light. Just a single Pale Tongue. And there you are, Leonard. Okay. Reload, and then off to Aldrich. Okay. This isn't like Firelink, you can't reload at the bonfire itself. I could quit out, but I have to go talk to the Firekeeper anyway. To give her the eyes.
The ocean of this farewell, Mason.
I forgot to put Yorm's ashes on here. Okay. I can use Champion's Soul after this. Oh! Bima! Hello! Oh, you're looking at work, you say. Thank you for the lurk. I was about to ask how you were doing. But if you're lurking, you're probably not going to answer me. I'm honestly probably going to call it soon. I have tackled every single endgame boss, every single boss in the base game except for the final one. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Which Nameless, Twin Princes, and Champion in one stream is actually an insane amount of progress because none of those are easy bosses. Which means I'll be hyperfixating on the DLCs next time I really... Or next time I want any progression. Yeah, considering the, let's say, luck I was having with Nameless and Twin Princes, I was not expecting Champion to only take one attempt.
Expected to see you here. Couldn't resist her any longer in all her festering glory. And now you want to ravage her soul as well. I sowed the seeds, I'll prune the roots. I swear so upon my vows to the goddess. No one will despoil her soul. Certainly no beast wrapped in human skin.
To give it back?
Flesh enough. Blessed Rosaria.
Okay, that's one of the easier times I've ever had with Leonard. Leonard is one of those characters that either kicks your ass or gets his ass kicked. And there was pretty much never an in-between. I'm gonna give Rosaria her soul back. Just because I don't really have a use for it. I could technically use the soul to get more souls, but... Nah. That is the wrong bonfire. Rosaria really has had a rough go of it. Oh dear. And I'm fairly certain a rough go of it is putting things lightly in this case. Some of the implications surrounding her... Aldrich deserved every last bit of pain and suffering I could inflict. Aldrich deserved every last bit of pain and suffering that could be inflicted upon him. for what he did to Rosaria alone. We're not even going to touch on the whole Deep fiasco. That is okay. We're gonna buy the rest of Leonard's stuff. Where is Leonard's? There we go. And then these. Turn in the final ashes. And then go run around the dreg heap for a little while. Because the drag heap actually has some important loot. I'm not going to tackle the sock yet. The sock can stay where it is. Drag heap. I know I won't be able to get Chloranthy +3 just yet. That is unfortunately going to be one of the last things I acquire. However, I think I can get the others actually in the dreg heap. Or the other rings I want. Damn it. I need...
Keep your busy.
I'm going to need Split Leaf Greatsword.
Keep it.
Or, well, not need, but I'm going to want it. I don't particularly care about my Ember or any souls I possess right now. Considering I'm gonna have to go through this place a few times to get everything. Oh dear. And there's not really much of a point in fighting your way through these mercmen and whatnot anyway. Ha! Aquamarine Dagger. Whee! Titanite Scale needed. I'm definitely going to need that. Weary Wanderer, yes, thank you. Twinkling, not the greatest, but still appreciated. Nice bloody try. We're gonna pretend that other path doesn't exist until I actually take out the angel. I'll come back for it after I get the angel dead, but the angel needs to die. And now I can actually handle some of the stuff up here. Uh-oh. I need to be able to at least get to Lap to move him to his next location. Ooh, Ember and Titanite chunks. Much appreciated. And I can't guarantee that you two idiots wouldn't follow me across there. Before I forget, I believe this might be Ring of Steel Protection +3. Yeah. Nice try. Up here.
Bad for the way that people like. Well,
What else? Okay. Now that I've talked to him, he'll shop at his next location. And I can instead go this way. I believe it was here. Nope. It was in here then. There we go. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No, 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 no. We're gonna do the smart thing here. I don't think anybody actually uses Great Soul Drugs, so that's probably a useless spell for me. But at the same time, I can't remember if there's something up here. Aha! That is actually huge. I get morsels! Reason I wanted to tackle Champion before, coming here despite that. Oh dear. Despite the fact that I knew I could get access to the Dread Keep and a soul buff ring, it was because I wasn't sure if I'd wind up locked out of that, and if I can avoid the basic endings, I'd like to avoid the basic endings. You go away. deep gem, okay. Oh dear. Okay, so that's not it. Although it would appear that I've actually messed up. Unfortunate. Alright, I have to go back up because I goofed. Or, well, not necessarily goofed. It's not like I didn't get important loot. But I didn't get the side path I'd intended to get. Which is a whoopsie. I do want to tackle Frida before Demon Princess.
Why, what the part of that?
It's not like these actually do much for me at this point, but I'll take them regardless. Following the path from Lap will actually net me something nice. I need to Oh, I'm glad I came back here anyway, because that is something I really don't want to miss. There isn't really anything in the drug heap that isn't worth picking up. Goodbye. Cool, he moved. Was it really, literally just this? Yes, okay. Oh, right! Forgot about that. Soul of a weary warrior, that's fine. Lothric War Banner, there we go. Bye-bye. And now I shouldn't have to go back up that route.
Oh, if I will. If I will.
Okay. I can never remember what his actual final line of dialogue here is. I do know that if I take too long, he'll just go get the treasure for me, though, which is nice. There we go. Goodbye. I'd like to know why those are chained down. Honestly. collect this and then head back to the earlier bonfire. Crescent Peak Ruins. I want to get as much of the looting out of the way as possible, honestly. I don't intend to go into another boss fight today. However, I'm also well aware that most people actually prefer to watch boss fights as opposed to just people running around. Especially in a game like this one where the running around is actually very easy. There's going to be some of that, no matter what, if I manage to take out Frida tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next week. But at the same time... I'm going to need the Desert Pyromancer garb. Oh my! What was I saying? I know that if I manage to take out both Frida and Demon Princes next week, I'll have to run around the Ringed City proper. However, there's a very good chance that I won't take out both Frida and the Demon Princes next week. Frida's kind of a menace. Where did I miss the ramp? And the Demon Princes, I'm a little worried about. I might have to respec for Demon Princes, not gonna lie. But that's where I missed the ramp, okay. Believe this is Havel? Oh no, Twinkling Titanite. Even better. And I'm actually not being sarcastic about that. I know I can tackle Demon Princes with bleed. They can be bled, and they bleed hard. That doesn't actually make me any less worried, though. Okay. Yeah, you can try with that all you like. I'm still going to kill you. Because there's no way you're going to manage to kill me at this point before I get to your location. Hi! There we go. Okay. That leaves me essentially free to explore the swamp. absolutely hate angels. Okay. I'll actually go down there at another point. Hello, Zoe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use her right now. Just because Flame Fan is such a huge part of her kit. Ow. Okay. If I can handle everything else and collect all the other rings and whatnot that are actually in the Dreg Heap, and then hyperfixate on Zoe after the fact, that would be great. Oh, okay. Wasn't aware that you actually could go up that way. Nice. That said, I'm going this way. I believe she actually guards the last piece of the Desert Pyromancer set. I should definitely have some bolts on hand. Even if I can't take out her with it. Still worth having the bolts on hand for the little guys that guard her. This should be some branches, I think. Oh, nope, skirt, cool. I actually used to think that the ringed city was designed poorly. Simply because of those enemies right there. And I'm not going over there because I know that Lap will just bring that to me later. However, these enemies are incredibly weak to plunge attacks specifically. And both the Dreg Heap and the Ringed City give you a ton of spots where you can just plunge to your heart's content. As strange as that might sound. On closer reflection. Oh dear. Up this way. I'm not even gonna bother. With the angel gone, there's nothing that dangerous in the swamp. I can just tank the poison. Ring of Favor +3. Thank you. I'm pretty sure Havels can be found somewhere around here too. Havels +3 specifically. I could be wrong. Titanite chunk. Much appreciated. Homeward Bone. That's not even necessary anymore. Oh dear. Huh, I could have sworn that there was a Havels plus 3 around here. Like, actually in the Dread Keep. Maybe I was mistaken, because I know that Havels plus 3 is a thing that exists, and I know I've had it in the past. So I currently have 1,119 health with Ring of Favor plus 3. That's actually not bad. That's really not bad. Ow. Okay. Come on. Nice. Yeah, she's actually kind of a menace. Okay, let's see if I can't lure you away to somewhere that's easier to knock you off. Because I do actually need to kill you. You... love to lore walk from the looks of things. If I can lure you over here, if you actually will come over here. Really? Really? Zoe? Really? Oh boy. I hate getting close to her. Honestly, she's kind of the reason I wanted to have access to Alva still. Or Alva. Really, how many of these do you even flippin' have? damn it! Wait, wait, wait. That might have done it, that might have done it, that might have done it. Please, please have died. Oh, I died enough that you got me that. Thank you, Lap. I don't think that was enough, damn it. That's unfortunate. I have a lot of trouble with Zoe that I really shouldn't. Zoe is one of the toughest enemies in this game for me, and I'm not even joking. I wish I was. Unless Flame Fan, like, drops. I think I have to fight her again. Yep, okay. How do I want to do this? You know what? This sounds a little crazy. This sounds a little crazy to me, but let's try Hawkwood. Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on. Really? You go this far this way? Interesting. That's good to know. That is really good to know. Did she just not take any fall damage whatsoever? Okay, so that's something. Where'd she go? Where did she even go? Little concerned about that, actually. Where did Zoe go? I see no pink. Zoe? Is she... Okay, so she does not take environmental damage, like, at all. From the looks of things. Why doesn't she take any environmental damage? She's just, like, immune to everything. Why is she immune to everything? Because that fall should have damaged her. She should have died falling off this ledge. Like, what are they teaching these desert pyromancers? Or what are they feeding these desert pyromancers? And I think she fell off again. What the actual fuck? I don't know what to do about this. Because she seems to be perfectly content with just going missing. I need to kill her to get her flame fan. But every time I try to do that... I wind up in a weird position. And it would appear that she is completely invulnerable to every sort of environmental hazard there is, which is complete and utter bullshit. Wait, what? Why do I suddenly have 10,000 more souls? What just died? What could have possibly died that would have been 10,000 souls? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do this. Because while it won't reset the enemies that I've already killed, because I haven't rested at a bonfire, it will reset her, I think? Question mark? Instead of trying to figure out how to get through that particular... tragedy. Oh, she died. How did she die? How did Zoe die? I didn't see any... Maybe the poison did actually get her. Because I wasn't seeing her health go down, but that doesn't mean it was... That does not necessarily mean it wasn't going down. Alright, I'm actually going to swap to Wilhelm's stuff, since I know that I'm going to be tackling Frida next. Where? There we go. here. I thought that the ash was supposed to protect me from the fall. Oh well. I think that's actually everything in the drug heap. I guess Havel plus 3 must be elsewhere? Huh. Well, either way... back to Firelink, because I am not losing this amount of souls, and then we're gonna call it. Bit of an anticlimactic ending there. But seriously, how exactly did Zoe die? I would very much like to know how Zoe died. Okay, he's selected. I need Titanite scales. That might seem like a weird thing to need, but I need Titanite scales. Purchase. I can buy a grand total of 1 Titanite slab from you. That's good to know. Okay. I only have 8 scales, which means I need to be careful. But we're gonna go to Ariandel Chapel. And that is going to do it for today. If you're interested in anything I've done up until this point, I do have a YouTube channel. You can check that out if you're interested. I try to upload stuff same day, and I group my runs by playlist so they're easier to find. If you'd like to see my announcements, I post them to Instagram, and if you would like to see my clips in an easier fashion, I post them to YouTube, TikTok, and when it lets me, Instagram. Sometimes clips just don't want to upload to Instagram for some reason. Links to all of that are in the chat now. If you've made it this far and are curious to see where I go from here, why not drop a follow? It takes but one button press, and you can always change your mind if you decide my content isn't for you. Okay, so no stream tomorrow, actually. My grandma is coming over tomorrow, and at least supposedly, and I have absolutely no idea when, so I'm not going to chance that. This also means no stream Thursday. Whether or not I stream on Friday will be entirely down to when my grandma decides she's gonna get going. If she decides she's gonna get going early in the morning, cool. I would have liked to say bye, but oh well. If she does decide to get going early in the morning, then I will be streaming Friday. If not, then I won't. So we're going to operate under the assumption, considering I have no idea, that my next stream will be Monday. Monday and Tuesday, it's back to well, I'll be continuing this. And we'll be going into Sister Frida. Tuesday evening, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, it's actually in my schedule if you want to know exactly what time that is for you. But it's going to be 4 o'clock my time. I'll be starting a playthrough of Lords of the Fallen with Karato. Next Wednesday, I'll be returning to Hades. And then next Thursday and Friday, if I don't stream this Friday, we'll be back to Hollow Knight Silksong. Apologies for the large gap in schedule, but family. Yeah. After this run is completed on Mondays and Tuesdays, I'll be doing Dark Souls 2 ladle only. Or I might be up for putting for doing Lords of the Fallen Monday and Tuesday normally. Or during my normal time. But that's also something I'll have to discuss with Karato and will depend on a few factors. So, the Lords of the Fallen streams are probably going to wind up changing at some point or another. At least the times of them. There might even be more than one a week. But for now, we have it for Tuesdays in the evenings. And that starts next week. One moment. It's been a long-ass time since I last raided Jack, so let's go say hi to him. He's playing Dark Souls 2. That said, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.